Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, ladies and gentlemen, it is Thursday. We've got some rain to talk about on the coast with a little bit of a tropical blob. Maybe some rain chances still further inland as well over the next couple of days. Let's talk about it in this Thursday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. And a very good morning to you. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Boldy-in-Chief David Reimer. It is Thursday, the 5th of September, 2024. We got the nicer camera back once again, which means you can see all the wrinkles in my bald spot. In fact, I need to shave the generally not bald spots. Well, there you go. That's the consequence of having a better camera. We do have the opportunity for continued showers and thunderstorms along the upper Texas Gulf Coast today, tonight, into Friday, and maybe a bit of stormy activity across inland portions of East Texas, North Texas. We got a bunch to talk about. Let's just jump into it with the high-res rapid refresh model. This will be for today, tonight, into Friday. You can see area of low pressure in the northwestern Gulf of Mexico, generally becoming a little better organized with time, not expected to become a tropical depression or tropical storm, but it may spin up enough to produce some gusty winds on the coast as it slowly kind of meanders east towards Louisiana on Friday and Saturday. However, for today and tonight, we're still going to be in close enough proximity. We're going to get some of that onshore flow with this low. Southeast winds on the coast, inland, so scattered showers and thunderstorms. In the presence of tropical moisture means heavy rainfall, gusty winds, maybe a tropical funnel cloud or two, honestly. We'll have to keep an eye out for a water spout. But as we deal with this, the potential for heavy rain will be highest on pretty much Galveston Island up towards Beaumont, with more isolated activity possible. Houston, all the way up through Lufkin, Nacogdoches, Jasper. Notice as we get into tonight, Friday morning, may even see a few showers and storms. Well, let's just go through it pretty much. Trans-Pecos, Permian Basin, Big Bend, Big Country, Concho Valley, Texoma, North Texas, Central Texas, the Hill Country, the Arklatex. That will be this evening, tonight, and a Friday, the potential for isolated scattered storms. Most folks not getting anything, a couple of y'all getting brief showers and storms. Tonight, notice that kind of line of showers and storms moving across Panhandle, West Texas. That is with a weak cool front that'll be moving south, bringing cooler temperatures back to those regions. Could see some brief heavy rain, maybe some small hail with that. Again, minus southeast Texas, the Golden Triangle, we're not expecting widespread heavy rain over the next few days. Definitely much more isolated compared to what we dealt with, well, the past 8 to 9 days with, prolific rainfall totals across parts of the Big Country, the Concho Valley, the Hill Country, etc. This will continue into the weekend. Wildfire danger over the next few days. Well, here is the outlook from the Texas A&M Forest Service. They're generally forecasting low to moderate fire danger today and tomorrow. Maybe a little bit of an uptick in North Texas, Northeast Texas on Saturday as drier and warm temperatures return, but depending on where those scattered showers fall today and tomorrow, that may be mitigated to some extent. Otherwise, really over the next several days, we're going to be watching for the potential of, well, tropical mischief, I guess. We do have an area of disturbed weather, tropical blob if you prefer, in the Caribbean. That's not going to develop over the next several days. It's going to move over the Yucatan Peninsula, probably an area of cloud cover, scattered showers, and storms. By the time it makes it into the Bay of Campeche, southwestern Gulf of Mexico on Monday and Tuesday, there is some potential for organization to take place. What form of organization takes place, debatable. We could just be talking about a weak area of low pressure, or we could be talking about a full-fledged tropical system that tries to get going. At this point, the probability of development remains on the low side, but it's something some of the longer-range weather model ensemble plots from both the American and European weather models are hinting at. And given the warm sea surface temperatures and that area being notorious for these fast-developing storms, we're definitely going to keep an eye on it. If something were to develop, it could move slowly north-northeast early into mid-next week. It doesn't look like this would be a fast mover. So it would be in the western Gulf of Mexico if it were to develop at all. And again, that is not a given in any way, shape, or form. I'm simply bringing it up because after the next couple of days, that's the only sensible weather we're going to be having to deal with as we go into early next week. Otherwise, let's take a look at temperatures of the next several days. Today, a little warmer thanks to, well, the lack of heavy rain and cloud cover, an exception being the Golden Triangle, Piney Woods of East Texas, Southeast Texas, highs still in the low to mid 80s thanks to, well, showers, storms, clouds. Back further west along I-35, we're looking at highs upper 80s to low 90s, still pretty nice for early September. As we go into northwest Texas, up to 87, into the Panhandle, same thing. So we get into the big country, the Concho Valley, West Texas, highs low to mid 80s, nice. And we're going to see temperatures upper 70s, higher elevations of the Davis Guadalupe Mountains, about 90 in El Paso. So we go into Friday, generally 87 El Paso, low to mid 80s across the western third of the state, mid to upper 80s to low 90s eastern two-thirds of the state. So we head into Saturday, slightly cooler air, but a much drier air mass will get pushed in from the north. This actually is going to feel kind of fall-like as we get into Saturday and Sunday. Sunday morning, we're going to see lows 50s, 60s. Much drier air mass, surface dew points falling into the 40s and 50s. It's going to feel like fall. It's going to be the driest air we've seen in quite a while in terms of, well, air mass, probably all the way since, we might be talking April or May, so it's going to feel nice. High temperatures Saturday, 80s to low 90s, mid 90s in the Edwards Plateau, South Texas, Rio Grande Plains. You can see on Sunday, honestly, not bad. Yeah, it's going to be a bit warm up in the Panhandle. Highs back up into the low 90s. Still, statewide, though, upper 70s, 80s, low 90s with much lower humidity, with the exception of the Texas Gulf Coast. Same story as we go into Sunday. Highs ranging from the mid 80s to the mid 90s with the, well, really the 90s up in the Panhandle. If it makes you feel better, though, that's actually not even the right graphic. At least now you can see the comparison. And then here's Monday's high temperature forecast. 90s in the Panhandle, northwest Texas. That's where the hottest temperatures will actually be, closer to the heat dome. And then the rest of the state, we're generally looking at mid to upper 80s to right around 90, with the opportunity over the weekend, early next week, for a continuation of scattered showers and thunderstorms close to the Texas Gulf Coast, especially from, Corpus Christi, Victoria, up into southeast Texas, though today we'll still have plenty in the Rio Grande Valley as well. And again, some of those storms will produce heavy rainfall. Longer range, September 10th through 14th, Climate Prediction Center still indicating probably near or below average temperatures for the southern two-thirds of Texas. So, highs 80s versus 90s at triple digits. Well, we're a bit warmer up in the Panhandle with the heat dome located over the northern United States, or the upper level ridge if you prefer. We'll have to keep an eye out for any sort of tropical mischief coming in, and that's kind of indicated here by above average precipitation chances for South Texas, the Rio Grande Plains, Coastal Bend, Coastal Plains, Southeast Texas, the Golden Triangle, with a shift to below average precipitation chances pretty much northwest of the line from, let's just go Del Rio, Austin, Lufkin, points north, with fall-like weather, at least in terms of the moisture value. So even though we'll still have highs upper 80s to mid 90s in spots, the dew point, the humidity values will be much, much lower, which will allow for efficient overnight cooling. Temperatures falling decently at night and feeling pretty darn nice, like early fall. That'll be it for your Thursday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. As always, we appreciate y'all hitting that subscribe button here on Texas Weather Center. You can find us in our free mobile app. Just search for Texas Storm Chasers, where you download apps for your device. Interactive weather radar, your local weather forecast, daily Texas weather roundups, and more. We'll be back with a new Texas Weather Roundup bright and early tomorrow, Friday morning. Y'all have a great Thursday. God bless.